So you finally got your CPAP machine, but you're staring at it like it's an alien spaceship. Well, don't worry. The AirSense 11 sets up in less than 5 minutes. My name's John Hickok. I'm a registered sleep tech and the president of iSleep. And today, we're gonna set up the ResMed AirSense 11. AirSense 11 comes in this convenient bag with everything you need to get started. You'll have your CPAP tubing, your CPAP machine, your humidifier tank, and your power cord. Just pull this humidifier tank out of the bag and slide it into the side of the CPAP machine. Remember, when it's time to fill this up, you'll want to use distilled water only. Always make sure your ResMed AirSense 11 is on a flat and level surface, below your bed if possible. The CPAP tubing plugs in right to the back of the machine. Your filter comes pre-installed. When you get home and get your machine on the nightstand, plug it in. Once you get home and get your machine plugged in, you may get this setup menu. If you're new to CPAP, I recommend following the user path as it'll walk you through how to set up and use your new machine. Just click User, click Next, and follow the prompts. It's going to ask you to fill out a brief survey and give you some great data along the way. ResMed did a really great job designing the user interface behind this machine, and I'm going to walk you through some of the options. You have 3 options. The screen is touchscreen. When you click My Options, we have a couple of different things in here. The first thing you're going to see is the ramp time, which is totally adjustable. You can adjust it anywhere from off to auto to 5 minutes all the way to 45 minutes. What ramp does is it gives you an opportunity to fall asleep before it sends that pressure all the way up to the therapeutic setting. So if you're on a pressure of 10 or 15 and you find that to be hard to fall asleep with, you can enable the ramp feature and it will start the pressure nice and low around 4 or 5 centimeters and then slowly ramp that pressure up over the selected time period. When you select what's comfortable, go ahead and just click OK. It'll take you right back to that main menu. The next option we have is for climate control. This is what enables you to switch between auto and manual. I always recommend start on auto. That works great for most people. But if you find that you need more control over your humidification, you can put it right on manual. And I'll show you how to adjust everything here on the next option. Now, when you're on manual mode, you'll see you're able to control the tube temperature, which right now I have set at 72 degrees. I have a heated tube on this machine. Not everybody has a heated tube, but if you do, it'll be enabled and you can select the tube temperature. The heated tube is great for providing advanced heated humidification. It really helps you from getting dried out during the nights. And in the winter months, it really helps to prevent moisture buildup in that tubing. To adjust that temperature, just give it a click and you can select anything from off all the way up to 86 degrees. Me personally, I like it around 70 or 72. I don't like to breathe in super hot air, but I know many patients that like it hot at 86 or low at 60. So feel free to play with this and see what's most comfortable for you. The next option we're gonna have is the humidity level. Again, this is enabled when you go into that manual mode. You can select anything from off to 8. I usually recommend start somewhere in the middle, around 4 or 5, and then you can dial it in from there. So, we'll select 4 for tonight, and then when we wake up tomorrow, if we're feeling dry, we can go up. If we're feeling like we have a lot of moisture building up in the tubing or condensation around the mask seal, then we can go down. The last thing we have is the mask settings, and this just helps you change from the mask type. It helps with leak calculation and things like that. So there's 3 options: nasal pillows, full face mask. Just click the appropriate mask, give it an OK, and that'll just keep everything working great. To get back to the home screen, in the upper left or right hand corner, depending on how you're looking at the machine, there's a little house button. Just click that. Next option we have is My Sleep View. This is going to give you some insight into how you're doing, how you did the night before. So if we give that a click, it's going to give you great mask data and talk about any leaks that occurred. So the machine will detect any leaking. That way you can adjust it. Excessive leaking can lead to dry mouth and things like that. And then on the usage, it'll give you the hours used last night. As a reminder, many insurance companies require you to use this machine for 4 hours per night for at least 70% of nights in the month. So that's 21 out of 30 nights. The last thing we have is the More button at the bottom, where there's some other hidden features. You have the warm-up feature. If you enable this, what it's going to do is heat your humidity tank before bed, so when you get into bed it's already warm and ready to go. We also have a mask fit feature, so if you feel like your mask might be leaking, or maybe you got a new mask and you want to know how it's sealing, you can run a mask fit. So just put your mask on like normal and then hit that start button. It's going to ramp that up to pressure and detect any leaks. I'm not wearing a mask right now, so it's detecting a pretty large leak. As we scroll down, you can see some connectivity options. The first one is for the MyAir app. If you click this, it'll give you a QR code that you can use to scan, so you can download the MyAir app. We recommend that everybody uses the MyAir app. It gives you great data into how your therapy is going, whether or not your new CPAP machine is treating your sleep apnea successfully. We see a huge difference in the amount of success when it comes to patients that use MyAir versus patients that don't. The oximeter feature is for your doctor. In certain circumstances, they may give you a pulse oximeter to attach to the machine so they can get a reading of your oxygen levels. This isn't used very often, so you'll probably never have to use that feature. The last thing you really need to know about is airplane mode. So if you're flying with your CPAP machine and you're going to use it on a long flight, go ahead and put that in airplane mode. Every CPAP has a cellular modem in it, and that enables our clinicians to wirelessly look at that data, make sure everything's going okay. You'll want to use that if you're flying. And that's it. It's that simple and easy. When it's time to turn the machine on, all you have to do is give that button a click and it'll ramp up to pressure. So as you can see, AirSense 11 sets up really quickly. It's very easy to use and navigate, and the support doesn't stop here. Our clinicians will be reaching out to you over the next couple weeks to check in and make sure everything's going okay. If you're having any issues with mask discomfort, leaking, humidity issues, anything that's preventing you from using your machine, make sure you talk to your sleep coach about it. Remember, we have a 30-night mask fit guarantee, so if you have any issues, we'll give you a new mask for free. Our goal here is to get you using your CPAP machine successfully and comfortably. And don't ever hesitate to reach out to our team by text, email, or phone.